Welcome back, YouTube, to another Fat Guy Builds. Today, we're doing shocks on this 2500 Ram. The shocks are old. I think they're even the originals, maybe. But I'm going to do this step by step, showing you how to replace the shocks. Step 1, get the truck in the air. Take the wheels off. To get the shock out, you need a 17 mil on there. And then this is a slotted head. And you're going to use a 9mm, like so, to hold the center of the shock from spinning and spinning and spinning. So you have to hold the top while you loosen it with this 17. And then this nut will come right off. Use a deep 13mm socket to remove the two nuts on the bottom here. And that will release the shock, and the shock will now drop out through the bottom. When you're sliding the shock in, there's a slight angle that you need to match. So if it's angled away, just angle it so when you push the shock in, it's flush with the control arm. So when you do both sides, it's going to be a flip scenario, right? Because this control arm's angled this way, that control arm's angled that way. The rear shocks are pretty simple. You're going to have a bolt and a nut on the bottom. You're going to have a bolt and a nut on the top. And so you're going to get 21mm socket, 21mm box wrench. I'm using an old crappy torque wrench to break them loose. Then I'm going to use my little impact gun my little electric impact gun to just zip the rest of the way off. Then you just swap the shock and go to the other side and do the same thing. I suggest taking the bottom one off first, then taking the top one off. One of the bolts you get to with an extension from the wheel well right there. That's the top one. So you go in through the wheel well, and it's right there. I just have some basic shocks in here, so don't cry about what it is. It'll work. But you just put the bolts back in, tighten them down nice and tight, and you're done with the back. Back's super easy.